right, good evening and welcome to Porcupine Stand here on YouTube with Seoberoba. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are still in the new year mode. It's quite unfortunate, and that's sorry. Kantamanto is trending for the wrong reasons, but more of that video on Seobed TV. What is SOTV? Seobed TV. You get more of that video. News on Asamoah Jan. And then Outburst, TS live on Instagram. Ninyina on a MSO TV. That is a Seobed TV, Seobed television for a long. But I had here. You have a discuss your Sante Kotoko. Well, and on an Apinkra question, we answered a lot of questions. He answered a lot of questions when a Kotoko video, official video, Asante Kotoko a post, you know. Now, me sure say you don't have to be a magician to know the kind of news that Asante Kotoko chita afwa koma sopa. News such as the AJ Sports Complex. Recently, Memphis Depay, APMO Kotoko training grounds, and during the video I got officially posted, you realize that Memphis Ekensi so said, is this the pitch that you guys train? Because I said pitch, you know, ball and the balls were bouncy. So you need exceptional skill to control the ball. And that was Memphis Depay. After so be PMU Adako Judge Sports Complex. Well, Nana Apinkra kwesi during the interview with Asante Kotoko Media, credit to Asante Kotoko Media and right, you bought the part where he was talking about the Fabu sensors. It's a suggestion and if I can once a month, including myself, that listen, we are sound, for instance, circle selections. It's the official body. And the Constitution of Asante Kotoko recognize, as the group that containing Kotoko supporters. There are other groups, but only the official one. That is circles. Now, Kotoko there are initiative about where you Friday be Fabu sensors. And Fabu sensors, it is your membership card or your membership evidence as a Kotoko fan. Tinana Penkraka in the video and right boy. There are new discussions later. Say moving forward, Asante Kotoko during elections, ebe start here use Fabu census card, which means that every member can vote. Ntimu amosio circles no as any paketu ebi aje atum no. That suggestion from Nana Apinkra shows that wow, be you so a leader of Asante Kotoko to some extent circles, Now say oh a member of Fabu census. A decent idea, a conversation for another day. Especially Kotoko Global for the Thai cancer assembly parcel listen. And yes, our circles a bet some style that what I say. You see a beam every rep, every Kotoko fan can contest. But that's a different story. The main thing and then an Apinkra kind, your boss our partner the issue of Kotoko youth team, the issue of AJ Sports Complex, and the issue of Kotoko transfers. And on the part, any ever bonnie. Let's start it off from AJ Sports Complex. Nana Apinkra and Ra answer a question asked Stephen Ebisano concerning the AJ Sports Complex. And this is what Nana Apinkra can. He emphasized on the fact that the project, first of all, the name from him say a sentence. It's a project which is being initiated by Krura Otumfo Seitutu, the owner of Kotoko, only the patron, live patron of Asante Kotoko. No, and a copy more Kotoko training grounds as a debi. Training grounds nyome ohone nsem fatami team. Inti anamuntuo A, B, C, D, near 2. So Nana Apinkra domo suko of how the whole project is happening. In some way, I can't platform you so banana 2 munchine and an can't final. For instance, Makase, my members or my men on the grounds are could pay a age. Ye installing new sprinklers. That was the main pitch, But me send your information I'm catch us very soon. The team will move work on the second pitch. And the new one no more grass ni funa hona Kotoko start ya train both senior and youth team. Nebana Sana, they will be far away from Dr. KK Sapon building. So Ebana Sana, that is when they can start process. Oh, Dr. KK Sapon building. I said it on this channel. Nana Apinkra Chirim. Again, you kind of astroturf. The 7 aside And the Fabebre that includes towns. Makan over and over again. Let's go and listen to the Apinkra. A brana all taking the time. I running you through the AJ Sports Complex, the project, the design, and relevant questions. Amumbe brebisa ediafa AJ Sports Complex. Na Apinkra ko chiremu. Yenko tieno na from the IMC boards on Wankasani own mouth.
Well, when you na fena IMC ni abafufro. Enti normally be uma ding. But ni na no ye nyoma say yes we are abro so a sa nyoma CC 2024 season no. Ye making sure say NCBM na yeso yahwe ye de atumpon. Concerns ni bia mo de be ba say senior your facilities no esitie mesha mobo ohine na nkasa na esini hu pipi say o siesie adakọja ache ho ye nu obia ni mpepre ho ye nu obia ni mriketu obia ye to ye bo ni aye bibia mo an be dia dance ye say second pitch no aka akrade ye wie second pitch na omo be movie from hono akọ from new baby omo training say no akọ second pitch no akọ e training ho asa ye new training pitch what they say no yes na ye na AstroTurf no so ye 7 aside and a full standard AstroTurf ni na no with stands in case of anything crown e betimi abo matches for honum. The second pitch no so no there under construction say no so crown no and no crown architect no a design stands for ho in future no dressing room ni ade ebeba ho a ye betimi abobo mini matches e wo honum enti ni nyina ya ade a ye ne architects ne project managers ni nyina dwen ho na mesre mo abotre kotoko de se de me hu ne se ye nya de ensanko emfa eraser bi empepa ye ya ne preko enti ye to ye bo ni akọ step by step ni nyina so ni make sure say bibia ye order
wow na Apinkra kwesi a word out in can I think say commentary bi enu ese merani bi ni say nko for se me kasa che kotokonko na ye unti e be ka kotokon nsem sa so what you say ti amonte ase the second 10 quickly. Now Apinkra talked about Kotoko Youth Team. He even opened up to explain why Kotoko Youth Team, there is that decision. Say, Emranti anebe kumase for nkwa. Yemu biaka, banana sa kai. Se penyini dwani wiane nsu asa asembia ni achire. The Kotoko Youth Team at the moment, yemu nyina omo new bus yababe yihu video. Our channel you saw the new bars of Asante Koroko Youth Team. The name of it. I'm penny for the two Krura or 2 for say to just a kama, a chiro hawa, and your settings, a vision and penny for transfer plan. So you'll be a dicot quet, yao kaise mrebi. Yura Kofi Bedu, who is the chief of staff of Mensia, and the statement by that was when. That the embargo eto Asante Koroko so yen ye di kotoko num kotokoda ti e ansem ne pese wo ti asie ye nti ne chire mu che no and that was where the embargo to so and he insisted that based on their research Mensia engage key stakeholders. I remember I appeared in that meeting 3 times and during those meetings one of the issues popping up said the financial details of Asante Kotoko Kratem is an information I'm giving you. At the end of every season, you know, at the baku a bokotoko ka transfers. Players eto eba. But unfortunately, just like Europe, amount for ton enyam fasono on the part of Kotoko ton the obetono, the otono, ne board den but the obetono indrusa. So what was the problem? And there was a study I mentioned That was around the time a Lydian Cancer Committee nearby. And the foundings NBAPA was that the average age of Kotkodito players was low. So the resale value of these players were formed to the extent that it makes it difficult for Kotoko to sell them. And now the European market want a particular kind of players within a certain range. Did they Kotoko turn aboarding from local teams, until ton kwa manoni nyasa profit. Then again, the other funding was that say some of the players are transfer more around Ghana. Na baby almost started ball bono. Baby na free kumasa mpotemuha. So there was a clear evidence that Santi region and lack football talent. 2, Kotko mo mu konyini wo baby no akoto mo. And ombeba no ebi ntimi adapt fast. Omombe adapt fast no so mo resale value of form to Kotko enya profit from transfer. Intimensia dwini mo no. And then in Susuyem, based on this data, decided that listen, Kotoko and top player BM, all the money, Sikana Kotoko chuchiri 1 billion, 1.2 billion, they got top players no. They should invest it in the youth team. When these youth team players, ebenya the Kotoko DNA in them. 2, they will adapt earlier because ebi wo ha, ombe bobo ketting razor na Kotoko na hu send ye tie. Nti udi omu shame no na efa. 3, it will not cost Kotoko that huge as compared to a baby na Kotonaba. And 4, and now so musu so mbenya Kotoko team no rent no. Kotoko betimi atomo enya resale value, enya massive income from transfer. So these were the factors. Yewura Kofi Bedu at some point edit transfer ban to Kotoko and weke because supporters no ko patch all time and an ponsa buy that Kotoko needed to sign. But that policy is still there. And no, and it lead to the Kotoko youth team. That was it. I'm telling you something. Now, Apinkra say, oh, player, the door is opened. 2, for now, there's no housing project. Jomupe local-based players. And 3, the youth team project is not something that is going to die anytime soon. Let's listen to Nana Apinkra on Kotoko youth team.
To us now, while winning King's project, or here or 2 for or say to 2, need that or I don't know. Say, obey Yama, Dako Jachi, or I crabeshe. And when you know, youth team, you say, Crano, they are starting at the Atuno. A friend or say to 2 the second youth team. I done a Kuma Sopa. Say, Nya and Kolani be. Almost about 20. And in 20 no so cry you go so scouting for more. Yes, scouting for more. And when my collab be we feel so good na yeah. Now the number now coach is national. Yeah pe ye kromo de and yes ye kromo de nko aso so say ye kromo de na ye hwe. Asante mamu ha na ye hwe because enya accommodation ne baby on betra na wie ye nti no. Ye hwe omo wo Kumasi ha ne mpatemu sene be o betimi afifi aba na enche afi ya shase awie omo beba omo ye be camp omo e wa ha ansa na ekire no ohene na directives no ba ne ehu babia ye de be kwa akosi.
All right, Nana Apinkra kwesi ewu atene nkana. Well, lastly, before I move to other Kotoko news, Nana talked about transfers. Here be a transfer window no. Aka 20 days not transfer window na end because on January 20th the transfer window comes to an end. Makabi brachero. Nananya akasemu no. Or the two just say some Kotoko and the transfers which we all know. Central midfield time Shalkan Mohammed Diana ye no. Dominic Patrick Sibomana ne Diana ye na kwese Kotoko central midfield na ye nyebi. So Nana Kesi su dia say 1. Asante Kotoko enwie ne transfers no. And January or twaso. Positions now maybe can be 2 months ago after say me access to relevant news Nana boss 1. Left back. Number 10 and striker. Yenti Nana Apinkra kwesi ewa on Kotoko transfers. amount for sharing this particular January.
Sense ni bi so to say players are ye recruit omo. Ye nim loopholes no baby a short force a mu in the beginning of recruitment no. Ye recruitment and deadline also ye. And na fe na ye to aso. Ye nim say left back 10 na forward na there. Mohammed Adanse say kwampoku aba ebi mo so wo hono ma coach no ebe recommend ama no ma sign e enti ni nyina so ye ade a ye hwe ne aye bibia wo de ye besre ye chitafo nyina omo wa bruchi omo wo Ghana ha nyina say mombo modern na monta ye chi na mombra enye TV so na obehwe mombra stadium ni bi mombra stadium na moba eno no ebe boosti players no so ama omo so etimi ehun se omo achitafo ebu eho na mo amontimi maso no through other means no so no ni ahwe the way ambeti a contribute to the aboa.
Well, yeah, na Apinkra yenko other relevant news. Well, enra you do not done seminar home because na quiet to say obi a no tie me bia onim stories where journalists bia hu bia na me free ba and caption me the shame say Blay signs thumbnail near the shame because near my hands no nsem ni bu ampani and I was speaking to one brother on YouTube saying same way to me the money as I no. So you have to be smart in how you present the news. There's a difference between you getting the news and how you present the news. The good news is that just like Mekana last week, before Kotoko Bebo Baby and Go Stars, that Blay will stay, Blay has stayed. Just like Metwaso can say after the game, Onyan San and Yome because call and the details of the call ni Blay and the management deno and one of course. Just like me catch say wiki I see me Blay Juma and yadi our son Yome free ho and now me catch say news and I'm so asasa no mbokot could be and see he will play against Midiama and by the end of the month the new contract and Sikasam be reflected. I had to find a nice way of doing the story. And Upio team ya mesa kasi sudia say, yet me can something tempered Kotoko media beba later. And all those were a way we needed to craft the story, to present it in such a way that we don't blow our source. And instructions say a source, the mind, ya be any pepe. And to some extent, my source was impressed after sending a video on how me fast so can't seminal. I said my can't semen kind. But you get the picture that I painted. Blay stays 1.5 years and a Blay signing. Into half to end the season. And another one just next season. So next season, a bury ya. Now say funny say that time no Blay Jumedi a bury. Well, Sikasam is sorted. I'm not going there. And the most important part was the processes leading to the contract ni nyina na the bemamo and when the honeymoon we are the player stays and the player continue to play. So the deputy captain issue is sorted. And obi otie me bia I had to dig deep to the Frederick Asare part because of news bia minya to settle the Frederick Asare part of the conversation. I mean, it's a good news. Osho bia why Blay stay bia any aje. Blay Nankasa Kasa, he's happy that he's staying at Kotoko and a whole lot of things. It's about the commitment. I'll bet me at us. So my country was said, Penny Cassia be Tiam and now, Sir Kotoko team on board, you are looking beyond the league. So the target of Kotoko is the league. And no, you are sharing an Apinkra video in Bian. Okay, no, on the editing bear, okay, Levan on Tonche. Yeah, I nim video in the who said, Nana made a comment and when he was talking about the target and ambition of Kotoko. They took that part out. But the target and ambition of Kotoko this season is to win a trophy and go to Africa. The second round signing of Kotoko Bechere, because I never confirm mama say the coming weeks Kotoko be a massive or transfer market and now grown on Mubedi. To be who said Nane Fran and Tumakama. Our any place ni info ni na pictures na eba abonten how you could kuchite nya hu anu ani age despite the performance of Asante Kotoko at the moment Kotoko the second position on the league table, 3 points behind Heart of Lions. But still, in Pennyphobe Mia team no. I'm on chain Emma Nyoma and Jingu. Now what's the deal? Kotoko team hijacking most of the strikers. In say na baby D or share a year Brighter J by na. You can count the number of clubs chase Brighter J. Emmanuel Sapon, why extending the contract with Chelsea because now a year one no. Now who teams are out to chase because the teams are lacking true forwards. Look at Mediama, Dreams FC. Strikers and Kasano Munibi. But Kotoko hijacking in a Eddie go on side. Samspon Eduku. And then I watch you Pepe no assign it. Bibia the Dean on Samspon Eduku. And then I watch you Pepe. The unveiling of Samspon Eduku should happen. Because documentation a damenaso sa baby do. I'm a chire Dean. Sikasem penny4 presented the okay. Okay, I've been consistent on this channel. Whenever Samspon Eduku and Heart to Folk me babe catcher say yifrim komonum na house and ben minta yifrim komonum na house and ben say to say a bad me catcher say yifrim komonum na penny4 ka gumasum se kotokonkon. The focus now is the Mediama game. Kotoko Vision FC. All factors considered, Samspon Eduku say Vision FC match no who say Walezi in the boot MBM action for Kotoko. Take it from Obed. Dear no man crack catch me no. Na Mediama di anyone common, but I'm just being careful. To me, Mediama di any free match e de akwa kupiemu e Vision FC match. Kotoko is set to unveil 2 players on the day they will play Vision FC. Kotoko against Heart to Folk, Omu unveil Kwame Poku. Kotoko against Gold Stars, Omu unveil Benjamin Chum. Kotoko against Vision FC, 2 players, and Asante Kotoko be unveiling a bra Omu against Vision FC. That is what my source is telling me this evening. Mesomede ma live on this particular channel. Dear Duku, actually, and for about 2 days, my mouth technical meetings, briefings as to what happened and how the leadership of Kotoko convinced the leadership of Asante Kotoko technical team convinced why Eduku is needed. Makani natural on this channel. There is no need for me to dig deeper and go further. 18 penny for a year, Juma enya good year. 2020 a year. 5 year Remy, I can tell you, say by March, dear, na Kotoko other pitch, no, or must start you so omo su train. But AstroTurf, no, dear coach Akwesia Piami body, e catcher Eugene Dupuku was that. It's a match wana AstroTurf no muwie baako. Say na Apinkra talking about the stance. I beba pitch no, o check King's projector. On say na stance wo ho. Kotoko is at a good moment, and that is why Fabu Sensors I say with Timmy call. Now I subscriber. Now Timmy Boa. Now also be a member. Emmanuel Etimi Kudi. Erema Sante Kotoko. Entis kasemu die. The Samspon Eduku deal no. Edu in latter stage. Yes, edu in penny fiesu a ewia anasa. Abibia ededin. Now let me do the somewhat Eduku story. Okay, I say beto just say Tinedu be loan. Na Kotoko eja Tinedu kwan kura wi anasa. Me betena aka kiro say de dam anim de. Sa asem no e rodo rather sem because Tinedu stays and there's nothing like Tinedu leaving. I don't want to ekoso. Central midfield no. I hear na a bona atram divisi bu bono ya na mpanifo ada o masi akachem say ya tell them montana ho because they say Blay are extending a contract. Solomon Kwekusa is around and there's a plan. Akuchugume brief technical director on how he want to use Solomon Kwekusa. Andrews Intim Menu is in a form of his life. Michael Chejamna is around and Tinedu is also around. 5 central midfielders. Makacho say Ansu stays and sin okotu ye and got company for your mind being so maybe jana kwine and no me catch it out. Then rich me catch it out. Because January transfer market no udi agro bi bebum into usu njao die mu sa menko. Inti Hansu stays. Inti Hafiz Ibrahim deal no. I say, especially after Justice Blay extending a contract with Asante Kotoko. And so the update about Hafiz, yemfan tu baby kakra. Na me ado mo china me nya abotre wura mu pa. Menka so onye player Kuchogum pay. He's a player Kuchogum adore so much. What you say? A player Kuchogum penasem and he believes in his potential again. Ni age, you know what team they are making case. But one share na hono. And you met me a slow kakra for the meantime concerning a brand here. Your friend Hafiz Ibrahim. Osia Kaima Trump DVC, especially because of the price tag. That brand here, so I know about a massive bone of contention at the end of the day. I was Santiko constitution. So everything is in order. We are the deal as Santiko swear. Oh yeah, a player now you chitenia or dan wada. It's all about a takwa game, no. Or try how to folk bebo. Live commentary bebo on Seobe TV. That is SOTV for short. Seobe television for long. But as Santiko against me, dear man, ebe boa demo. Let me hear you many ye. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.